Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Wife's a Bitch. I'm a wife. She's a bitch. No,
That's right. That is absolutely correct information.
no, she's not a bitch. She's actually a great person. She looks exactly like Ivanka Trump. Actually, it
I
is
get
Ivanka
that a
Trump.
lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ivanka Trump. Look at
Thank
my
you.
guests, huh?
Thank you.
I get the greatest guests. No, but
I do what
Brooke
I
is a
can.
great guest. Brooke is amazing. I don't know if you guys know, I sell merch. I don't want to say it right off the bat, but why not?
You said let's start promoting the merch.
Wifesofbitch.com.
Yeah.
I've gotten stopped for this shirt. I was
Oh, I
in
know.
Central Park and one guy took my picture and then walked away. I was like, what the? He like bent down and took a picture.
Famous.
Um, it says, I survived COVID and all I got was this lousy t-shirt made in China. Hold on. Down, boy.
He just keeps jumping you.
Yeah, I know. This happened last time on the last episode the
Yep.
other day.
And
Anyway,
if you didn't see it, go watch it.
go watch it. Leave
Hmm.
a comment below. Thank you. I was looking down the whole time at the.
Yep.
Anyway, maybe we should just do another whole episode over and make this the first one.
We could.
No, you know what? I want you to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's the way I roll.
That's
Okay?
true.
Yeah,
We're being our organic selves.
Yeah, I don't need to. I don't need to fake it. You know what I'm saying? I don't fake an orgasm. Why would I fake that?
I was going to say, what's your take on that? Because so many women do. I think I saw like a survey. It was like insane. It was like 60%.
Why?
I actually don't understand why.
How much do you want to impress him?
Clearly a lot.
But that doesn't really do it. Like that's so dumb. Like I don't know, that's a turnoff to me to fake something like that. First of all, what's the point? I don't
Wouldn't
know.
they
I
know?
never faked it.
You know what's funny?
No, I'm a good actress, but I would never fake it because he doesn't get that. He
It
doesn't
cr-
get that. He doesn't deserve it.
And it cracks me up because really old ex-boyfriend, literally I had asked him before, "Oh, has a girl ever faked an orgasm with you?" And he's like, "No, never." And I was like, "Okay, you don't know anything then."
Right.
Because men are actually clueless. They have no idea
Yeah, but
that
this
women
girl
fake
never
it.
did it. But then again, I was a virgin when I got married. So,
You didn't have to.
I mean, I wasn't a nun before. I
He said,
did
"Hold on a second,
other
not a
stuff.
nun."
I didn't do the
The make
kinky
out
stuff.
scene.
Yeah, I did not do the kinky stuff. I did
Hmm.
not do anal. I didn't even do blowjobs. It was just his
Never.
hand really got me married. One of the truth. Kids,
He said,
don't
"Everybody
watch
wait."
this, kids. Really. You know my joke where I said my kids never watch porn?
Yep,
Because I told them that back in the day I was a porn star.
I love
And
it.
my husband doesn't stop looking. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't watch porn either. I told
You
him
said, "No one in my life is allowed to."
his mom was a porn star. That's what I told him. Nobody wants to come
Imagine.
across that video.
Can you imagine though
This
if
is bad enough.
you actually were porn star?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
what would
so
you do?
now that's the joke that I'm writing now. I really truly want to know. I mean, if you do the math, it's $1 billion industry. They're out there, they're having kids, they're screwing around, so they're having kids.
It's true.
What happens to those kids? And little kids have access to porn these days.
I hate
So
that.
what if they're in the schoolyard and they're coming down the slide and the kid's like, "Hey, is this your mom sucking a dick?"
Oh, that's really disturbing,
I
you
mean, who
know?
gets to the kid first, the mother or the other kids?
I think other kids, because as a mother, like, when kids are discovering that,
I know.
you're not going to be expecting that and be ready to have
What
that
if
conversation.
13 years later they become a school shooter? Like, how do you know what happens
Just,
to these guys? What happens to them?
if you're a porn child, can you please come forward
But yeah,
in the comments?
and mothers of mothers that are porn stars,
You come forward too.
please tell your kid early because you know there's not enough therapy in the world
No,
that could help them. You
no.
know, they just I don't care if they are around it, exposed to it. There's not enough therapy that could make them understand that even at a later age. It's just it's a lot. You know, I mean, my fantasy was always to be uh not a porn star, but yeah, maybe a little Playboy or anything like that, like a magazine.
Okay.
But I never did it because it wasn't even like the rabbis or my parents. It was really what would my kid be like later? Like them coming across it.
I feel like there's a lot of people that do not think that far ahead though. So like honestly props to you because so many people do such crazy things
Yeah,
in
I
their
would have been
teens,
crazier. I
20s.
would have been crazier had I not wanted to be a mom,
Yep.
you know, and even a wife. Like I just knew that's the route I wanted to take because I always wanted to be a mom, and why did I want to be a mom? I don't know. To make friends.
Was it always just a calling to you to be a mom?
it, it was always about me in the end. You know what I mean? Like I wanted them to, I wanted to make friends,
Yeah,
have them
they have to be your
have
friend.
me love, have them love me unconditionally. Like,
Have to.
you just create that. That's an amazing thing. You can create a friend. Turns out it's not true. My daughter really doesn't like me. I mean, like it would be so cool. Like, wow, I get to create somebody that loves me unconditionally no matter what I do.
So that'd be so cool if we were friends.
What a deal for a lonely person. Uh, I
Okay,
had friends
which kid are
before
you
that.
closest to?
Well, I live with my youngest, which she's 18.
Okay.
But she's getting like standoffish with me now.
Oh,
She's got her
that
moments,
that
She's
age.
like, could you be quiet? I'm like, I'm breathing. Like that's no, not okay. She just really, no, they don't like when I chew gum. I chew gum all the time, double bubble, no placement. But seriously, you pay me if you want. But the truth is, I love sugar. I eat sugar.
Me
I eat
too.
sugar. I'm not a sugar snob. I don't want sugar. I'll have monk fruit sugar once in a while in my coffee, but I don't want to eliminate sugar in my life.
I can't.
I'm not going to.
I
We run
won't.
on sugar.
Yeah,
We run on carbohydrates. We run on sugar. I wrote about it in my book.
read it.
Impress yourself. I used to be a health coach. So,
See, I think that it's important to eat every single food group moderation, but
I never used to think that because I was under the guise that, poison in moderation, you can't have everything in moderation. But then
yep,
again, I do believe you should because then you don't crave it. You don't have like these visions of like, oh my God, sugar plums running through your head because you can't have it. You start dreaming about that stuff, then
yep.
you're lacking. If you start dreaming, if you're on a high protein diet, which by the way, my joke about P. Diddy, like he was on a protein diet. You get it? Protein. I want his confidence. I
Where
mean,
is he?
he was dancing and celebrating the next day after being raided in Miami. Like how this guy's got everyone on a leash right now.
I know. Where is
He had
he?
150 video cameras that they found. We don't even know about the ones that they didn't find.
Wait, I have not been up to date on this at all. So they found that many?
That many in one house, and the other house, I think, just as many. And he has two homes in LA and Miami. And I gotta say, he's got some
Are they all wiped clean?
he's got some stuff on people.
Oh, I'm
And
sure.
I mean, P. Diddy did not kill himself. It's what I have something in my eye. I don't know what it is. And yeah, I don't know. I want the kind of confidence that old people have when they buy in bulk at Costco.
I agree.
That's kind of cool.
It is cool.
That's
It's very risky.
very confident. Or those old people that renovate the whole home, the whole house. Like, let's gut it. Really?
Right now.
I mean, my stepfather did that in his 90s. I'm like, what a confident man.
That's iconic.
How do you do that?
He honestly though, I can see it. Like if you die, you're getting rid of all your money. Well, giving it down to other people. So if I had a lot of money, I'd say, let's ball.
Well, so you don't have to give it in taxes.
That too. Yeah, let's ball.
Let's talk about the tax thing. I gotta say, I know it's a Republican thing. People are like, oh, you're Republican because you have money, and it's like, you know what? I was broke once, but I have to say, when you give your money to taxes, no longer have control over where that money goes. Wouldn't you rather take your money
Yep.
and you could do tax free by giving it to charities of your choice? People are like, money is evil. I'm like, no, people are evil.
Very true.
Money's great. It's more money, more choices.
It's so true.
I mean, I just don't understand why people would shy away from that. Money is not the evil thing.
No.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm personally very, very, very confident that Bitcoin is the future. Oh
Really?
yeah, 100%.
Okay.
My husband's
Interesting.
very big into, talking about it
So you
and
invest.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no one should ever tell anybody how much, but
Right.
there is definitely a future in Bitcoin because I think it's the Viagra, if you want. It's the blue pill of finance.
Yeah.
And
There's so much going on in the finance world that
people are like,
unless
this is
you're in,
energy. It doesn't make sense. It's like, yeah, well, when you text somebody on the phone, that's energy.
yeah,
Think about that. You have to text somebody, and it's not. It's just words on a computer. a
Everything we do is
screen.
energy.
Everything's energy.
Yeah.
So like it's just energy. Well, what is paper money? That's fiat. That's going to die one day. It's just not going to.
It's on its way out
And yeah, and
already.
all the governments are like, scrounging around with how to, build up their countries. And look at Venezuela went down. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen to your country, so why do you trust the money in your country? So
Fair.
Bitcoin's global.
Yeah.
You can take it anywhere. And you know what's good about Bitcoin? How did this become a Bitcoin thing? Anyway, that's how where my mind
Bitcoin
goes.
ambassador.
Well, Bitcoin, you don't have to, like if you had billions of gold and big things of gold, like, and
Hmm.
you had to run out of your country, would you be able to take all that gold with you? And they'd stop you at the airport and confiscate it. What would you do with gold? Or if you have
Nothing.
real estate, you have to maintain it, you have to have employees. Bitcoin, you have money that's just growing and growing and growing the more people buy into it. And by the way, at 21 million coins, that's it. They stop it. And it's each one's going to be like a Picasso painting because you can't get it again.
Yeah.
So you don't sell it, you borrow against it
Yeah.
because it's just not you're not going to be able to get it again.
Hmm.
If there's only 21 million as a cap, then that's game over. Like that's it. You have it, you own it. That's it. I say by bit, any chance you get, do not pass go. Like just do it. Even if you have to buy a little bit, just to have a half a coin, a quarter of a coin. But I really do believe it's the future.
Yeah.
See the thing hanging on my
I was
window.
looking at that the
Yeah,
whole
my
time. I was
husband
like,
lights it up
mm-hmm.
at night. It's a thing on our window with a big B. But it's a he's a very big believer in like investing in things that are backed by so many things now. So many, it's already out there. It's like
Yeah,
over 10 years and it makes sense. So that's what I have to say about that. So you also have no maintenance
it's true.
and no attitudes from employees. Like there's nothing, you know what I mean? It's like and you're your own bank with Bitcoin.
True. The attitudes, though, is so valid because lately customer service in America, crazy.
Yeah. I mean, soon
Insane.
everything was AI anyway.
Yeah,
That's energy. I mean, you're not going to get a human to talk to you for a long time. I think that's game over for those things too.
100%.
So that's what I have to say about that. What's the next subject?
Honestly, I feel like we have so many things that we could touch on.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to know each other. So this is like an organic meetup. You know what
Yep.
I mean? So we connect very well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my 50s, she's in her 20s. She's just getting started with marriage, and getting married soon.
Yep.
I met her, I'm a stand-up comic, and she was helping out somebody that owns the venue.
Yep.
It's at the Perry Club if you want to come. It's every Monday. It's limited seating. It's a restaurant, got great food, great drinks. What Brandon was on Shark Tank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Brandon is the owner. He's been Brandon Fay. He's such a nice guy, great energy.
Cooking with Brandon.
Cooking with Brandon on Instagram. He's
Yep.
he's a ball of fun. He's so much fun. I love him. I connected with him right away too, and I love his place.
Yep.
And yeah, great food, great drinks, great atmosphere in the West Village.
Yep. And now comedy.
Perry Street. It's called the Perry Club. I called it Perry Funny, but with a PH.
I love it.
I love that name. Isn't it a cute name?
I think you should manifest that for the shows.
Yeah. Perry Funny, guys.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah. So that's every Monday. So if you want, you can RSVP. I guess with me, you,
Anyone.
The Red
Yeah.
Room NYC.
Yeah. Shout out.
So my book, I wrote this book during the pandemic because I was super depressed before the pandemic. And during the pandemic, I knew there were people that were suicidal. And I was like, well, I used to be a health coach. Why don't I write about that?
Yep.
I did want to write it also originally for my kids because I wanted them to have something that I put down on paper that they could read after I'm gone.
Yep.
And I really think that this is a little packed book on, subjects that I think are important, like health, how to really impress yourself. Impress yourself. Stop waiting for the approval of others when you're the one you live with 24/7.
Yep.
And I'm going to probably mention it in every podcast, but every episode.
Well, you have new users turning in all the time, so it's like you
Yeah,
gotta
well,
keep them up to date.
I do. I think it's on Amazon. I mean, do I want to change a few things in it? Yeah. Like I want to take out the thank yous. Too many people. I wasn't in it. I wasn't in it. Take them out. Take them all out. Now I'm not thanking anybody.
Yeah,
Thank God. I thank my parents. See you later, everyone else. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Thank you. Well, thank you on the podcast. But the book, I'm not gonna, you know.
It's so crazy that it's your success, your story.
Yes.
You write it.
Yeah.
And
And
people
people
want
got
to make it
emulate. Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Every subject in life.
It's just amazing when it always comes back to everybody else. Look, was I the best mom in the world? Probably not. Probably not. I wanted them to love me unconditionally. And then, I was also lazy at times. My kids called me lazy. They wanted to do
Aren't we all, though?
after school stuff.
We all are.
After school stuff. My daughter wanted to take soccer. I'm like, you're not David Beckham. What do you think this is?
You
Discourage.
never will be either.
I had to discourage her, tell her the truth because I didn't want to drag her. Yeah.
Tough love.
But she found a way. She found a way to go and do that kayaking thing in Hawaii. I used to live in Hawaii. She found a way. So laziness pays off sometimes. Also, her siblings and her, all my kids were born because I was lazy. The reason I know is because my husband would not get me a housekeeper until I had kids. So I had three.
He's like, let's keep the housekeeper going, honestly.
That's right. I kept having a kid. So
Do you have a housekeeper still?
I have one once every 2 weeks. I live in
Okay.
an apartment here, And then I have one also in another house that I have in New Jersey on a lake. I love
Okay.
this lake house. I love it so much.
Very nice. And
I
where
could
is
talk
that
about
at?
one of my kids now. You see that book on the table over
Yeah.
there? Can you grab it or I'll grab it. It's a book that it's only the pictures. I mean, he also wrote a book. My son wrote a book. He traveled the world at 16 years old
Oh my gosh. Who
by
did he go
himself.
with?
By himself.
You let him go?
Yep. Well, he had a phone. Um, he went. Okay, so here's the story. My husband's idea. He went to even to the base camp of Mount Everest.
Stop.
Not joking. My
And he was
husband.
alone.
My husband was doing an experiment with him. He was homeschooled the last 2 years of his life.
Mhm.
Of his life.
I was like, oh my god. He's dead?
No, I can't believe this. No, the last 2 years of high school.
He lives on.
I can't believe I said that. Anyway, that's him at 16, Sam. Um, he went to China, he went to all these places, and it had to be on $35 a day. My husband made up this whole entire itinerary, and he didn't know where he was going for every 3 days.
$35.
Yeah. So there were some exceptions, but every 3 days,
Yeah, can I look
like
through it?
yeah. So
I'm so curious.
he slept in the airport, because he didn't want to pay up for a hotel. He slept in hostels, youth
Yeah.
hostels, and yeah, it's called the Making of Bearzilla, and you'll find out why it's called that in his book called Making of Bearzilla.
This is
And
so
it's
crazy.
so crazy. And then my daughter Charlotte went at 17, but he accompanied her. And then my husband surprised them at Mount Everest.
Oh, that's really
And we got
cool.
it on video. That was
Wait, so
very cool.
your kids are really adventurous.
Yeah, and my other daughter lives in Hawaii and pays her own rent.
She lives in Hawaii. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that.
She's an actress. Maybe you've seen her in Absolutely Nothing.
At first I was like, and what show is that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
So
cool.
yeah, so he went for like 36 days. Yeah, 36 days. And he would have gone longer, but he had to go to my other daughter's graduation, so he came back to Hawaii. But yeah, this is him at 16.
That's wild. And he's 24 now.
We can make a movie out of this, huh?
He's 24 now?
He's 23, almost 24 in August, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Very cool.
and he's single, ladies.
Does he live here?
He lives in Brooklyn. He used to live right next door to me.
Okay.
But he moved out. He wanted to be on his own too. And
Yep.
my kids are pretty independent.
Which is great.
It's a great place to be.
Yeah, that's like the
Especially for
best
a
thing you can
parent.
have.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
4 years old, I was like, I had them do their own laundry. I mean, I had housekeeping all my life. I didn't even know how to do the laundry
Wait, really?
until I got married. I'm
Oh
not
my
joking. I didn't know
gosh.
how to do anything.
That's so crazy.
My husband was living on his own for a while, and even though he's 7 years younger than I am, he looked at me like, "How did you get by?" I'm like, "Well, the housekeepers.
He said I didn't have to
I
do it.
always had them.
Yeah,
My clothes just showed up in my drawer, folded.
that is so
I
wild.
made my own bed. My stepfather made me do that.
For you.
Yeah, after my father died, my mother remarried, and my stepfather's like, if you don't make your bed every morning, I'm taking away your TV. Well, that
And
bed was made
every day,
every single day.
I've
And now
heard that
every
it's good
day I
for your
make it. Yeah,
routine.
it is a good routine because then you could say you did something.
Yeah.
Even if you do nothing, at least you made your bed.
Yeah. If you even get out of bed
I
that
just
day.
do think it's so sloppy to leave your bed, you
Yep.
know, like it's just disheveled look. It just feels better. I do it usually when I'm on the phone in the morning, like if I
Yeah.
have to fix I tidy up when I'm on the phone. Do you guys
I do
believe?
too. I always put people on speaker and then I'm like running around doing like 60 things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if it's a good or like intense conversation, then I get distracted and then I get nothing done. So it's
That happens. You go into a room, you forgot why you went into the room, and then all of a sudden you're doing something else.
all the time.
Like, what am I doing?
All the time.
I know. I knew that early on in life when I was on a coloring book and I would just do the color the arm and then go, not, I don't care if I finish you. Go to the face. Who does that?
Sugar.
Also, on a plate of food, I'll have one thing and then another thing and another thing. I won't.
Oh, but I do that for other reasons. I just, so now I'm bored if I go to a restaurant and I'm ordering one plate. Like,
Oh,
for example, if I'm going and ordering just one pasta dish,
yeah.
I'm honestly pissed. I want to taste six different things. I want an appetizer. I want, if we're going together, you to get something different, I
Right.
get
Yeah, I
something
like
different,
that
and we're
too.
splitting.
Variety. I like variety. I
Yes.
like balance and variety, but they say variety is the spice of life. But then I was on this notion of the more variety you have, the more you want to eat. So, because it's
Okay, true.
exciting to your palate. So, if you're eating the same thing,
Yeah.
like a bowl of rice, you're going to get sick of that bowl of rice
So
earlier.
quick.
Yeah, it's like I've been on mono diets where I only ate one thing that whole week. I went on
I would be
only
so mad.
watermelon. I went on only watermelon for a week. That was trippy. I was craving salt. I went on all
Really?
kinds of diets. Yeah. I went on only watermelon, only bananas. Others do this, monkeys, but I don't.
Monkeys do this frequently.
Yes. Yeah. So no, I did that because it cleanses your whole body. I also did a 21-day water fast.
21 days of only water.
Yeah, it was kind of supervised in Panama. I was an idiot, but anyway, I did that.
And how are you
I
feeling even
recommend
a
it.
couple days in?
I definitely am happy I did it because I was a part of an exclusive club. It made me lose my memory a little bit, to be honest.
I would
It's
think.
short term, short term.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I sharpened my mind since. But yeah, if you want to gain weight, you should fast because
Gain weight.
your body will just absorb every little calorie that it takes in after that. I didn't know that. I was really like so excited. I lost 21 pounds in 21 days.
I'm so skinny.
Oh my God. I was like, how do anorexics do it? All right, let me try it.
That is so funny.
It is very, very, very healthy and cleansing. It got rid of a lot of like pesky allergies that I used to get.
Yeah.
Um, I just used to get allergies and sick more. The one thing I
Mhm.
did take out for my kids and myself was dairy. And
Really, still.
yeah, once I took out the dairy, my kids never got that like mucus dripping out of their noses that everybody else had when their friends came over,
Yeah.
and they were never sick. I was like, all
Interesting.
I did was take out dairy. That's
Yeah.
it. And the doctor was like, you haven't been here in a year. You're just here for well checks. I'm like, yeah,
He's like, great.
dairy. Ear infections, all this stuff because dairy just creates mucus,
Yeah.
so an extra phlegm, and then that's where the bacteria is trapped.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have, I notice a difference. My kids too. If we have dairy, 2 weeks later, boom, we got more phlegm coming up. We have, I believe that's why I got COVID because I was having a little bit of dairy here and there. Can't have
Interesting.
even a little bit. I used to say, oh, I only have a little skim milk in my coffee. Can't do that either. You got to get it out completely. But a water fast really got it out. So I
Yes.
was vegan for 2 years. I was vegan for 10 years, but 2 years into veganism, I was in my water fast.
I've heard
So
people say that if
I'm not a
you,
vegan anymore, though.
oh, you're not.
No.
I've heard people say that if you get really sick, or like, let's say you have cancer or something, and then you fast, you can literally get
Save
rid of
your life.
sicknesses.
Yeah. Well, I know people that got rid of their tumors have shrunk from it,
Yes.
and that's incredible. But
Insane.
yeah. I mean, sometimes it's too late. I did know someone also on a 100% fruit diet. My husband was a fruitarian for 8 years.
Oh my
Really
gosh.
easy to live with. It's hard.
Fruit only for 8 years.
Only, yeah, raw fruits and vegetables for 8 years. Yeah, you can imagine my social life. Anyway,
I
and
think I would scream.
He wasn't normal on it. Like he wasn't. No, I mean, I know fruit's healthy, and it's the healthiest thing you could eat is of raw fruit and vegetables because we're designed to eat it. We have the hands to do it. We could, I do believe it. It's hydrating. It has every nutrient. It's a
Hmm.
package of in of itself. It has everything in it. But you got to add some other stuff. You just do. And it's not the protein thing, it's just really everything. You have to add some stuff in. I'm not
Yeah.
saying to have pizza. I'm just saying that you really can't just, you can live on fruit. I have friends that do and they're thriving on it, but it wasn't for me. And I don't think it was for even my husband for long term. I think there's a lot of obstructions in that kind of, a lot of holes.
Did you see that there was, I think she was some kind of influencer that only ate fruit and she died?
Yes, I know about that. And also, but then I have a friend that's doing it for 20 years and she's thriving. Check her out, Fully Raw Christina.
I could
Shout out to
never
you,
do that.
Christina. Yeah,
Shout out Christina for
yeah,
sure.
she looks great. She looks great.
I will never do
I
that.
think she added protein powders and stuff, vegan protein powders and stuff like
That's
that.
crazy.
But yeah, for a long time she was just doing fruit. And look, my husband used to put on a fruit festival every single year. Thousands of people that love fruit came to this festival, and it was called the Woodstock Fruit Festival
That is
for
so
10
crazy.
years. I mean, it was a little crazy, but after a while, I was like, "That's it, we're done."
To quit.
It attracts a lot of hippies, I can tell you that. Shout out to
Fair.
the hippies, you're good
We love the
people, but
hippies
yeah,
though. We love them.
some of them,
Yeah. Some of them,
not
for
all,
sure.
vote better anyway.
Not the hippies that do edibles
Right. Oh, my
because
last
she can't handle
episode, if
them.
you could, if you watch my last episode, and you should, I'm not gonna say should, you could, if you want to know more. These are like step ups from the last episodes. That way
Yes.
you get to know what's happening.
The chaos
You
that we
keep up.
instill.
You keep up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should definitely you should you. I don't like saying should. It's like shitting all over yourself, as Anthony Robbins says, right? Shout out to Anthony Robbins. I almost took his course, but then I was like, no, I already did it. I did everything I wanted to do. I ran my ultra marathons. I know I could accomplish stuff if I want to.
Can you teach me how to run a marathon?
Could I teach you?
Yes.
I could train you.
That works too.
You want to run? Do you have
I
any
want
running
to.
background?
My mom is like a running machine,
Wow.
but I am just not built for that. I'm built for eating sweet treats and relaxing and
Do you exercise at all?
yes.
What do you do for exercise?
Currently Pilates. I've had like a lot of
Pilates
exercise.
is great.
It's so good.
I don't do it, but I
I'm in
know
love.
people that do. They love it.
Yeah, it's like so crazy. It's you don't expect it to be such a good workout, but after just there's muscles you don't even know that you have that are just like,
Right.
holy crap.
So that's mind over matter because you're doing something that's really hard and your brain's trying to tell you to be comfortable. And you're like, no, I'm going to keep going.
Yes.
So that's what endurance is. And that's what marathons are, endurance related. And I have endurance because my mind is very, very strong.
Oh, mine's a weak place.
Yeah,
Mine's
but not if you're
so
doing
weak.
Pilates. Not if you're doing Pilates.
But I've tried to get into running and like I always blame it on something. I'm like, I don't have the right shoes. I don't have the right
Maybe
outfit.
it's just not for you.
You know what? Maybe that's it.
What's the most you ran?
Okay, so
A mile?
this is no, way longer than that. But this
Okay.
is a good start. You're gonna appreciate this. So my mom is like a fitness fanatic. She's in like impeccable shape. And growing up, I have five siblings, so I'm one of six. And she would make us all train for we're from like Tampa, Florida. There's this thing called the turkey trot around Thanksgiving.
Right.
And so she'd make us do the 5K. And like I think that's great to like have little kids like training towards something and like have a goal. It's healthy, fitness, etc. And so she would have all six of us like running in the streets training up until Thanksgiving for this turkey trot. And finally, so much so that the like local paper stopped us and they're like, what are you doing? Like it looked like she was like running like some kind of like
Camp.
camp or something for like children.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, no, these are my kids. They're training to do the turkey trot. They're like, why? I'm going to bribe them all with $20 and a new pair of running shoes if they complete this turkey trot. And so my mom would like motivate us with
Running
prizes,
shoes.
like a nice
Like
new
you got to do
pair.
this again, even though you hate it.
Exactly. She would motivate us with like prizes and like that goes along with also like wakeboarding. So we like grew up on the water and like boating a lot. She would always say like I want you guys to learn how to wakeboard, like be sporty, take a risk, like learn something.
Yeah.
And so offer was always you will get Cold Stone and $20 if you learn how to wakeboard. Just get in the water and try. If you don't succeed, fine, you still get the prize. And so it's so funny because like a lot of my siblings like either picked up on it or hated it and then it
Right.
like
Yeah.
just developed us out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just like the whole running as a child,
None of my kids run.
really none of
No,
them.
no. My husband and I are both runners, and they don't run. They don't swim. None of them run or swim.
Do they exercise at all?
Yeah, they do their thing. My daughter, my youngest is a gym rat.
Okay.
Like she wants to be Miss Olympia.
So like lifting.
Yeah, she wants to do bikini challenge.
Oh, see, I've always wanted to do that too. I think that's so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
badass.
she's very into like bigger muscles and stuff. I'm like, men don't want that. They
No.
just want your boobs and your whole heart.
And honestly, if you get too like buffed out, you have no boobs or butt because
Right.
there's no fat,
Yeah, I
you
know.
know?
It's like, well, that's why they all get the boob jobs because they like,
True.
but then that looks weird too with a skinny,
Yeah.
skinny body. And then
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not into that. But
Yeah.
look, to each their own. Everybody has their thing.
It's true.
Everybody has their thing. Look, a runner's body is not ideal either because they're missing the upper body. So I have a friend, she's a Olympic trial
Okay.
and she's done Ironman. She's amazing. Kate Pallardy, look her up. Shout out to her. She's making goofy videos right now online, but not translating to her fitness stuff, but she's making it work. But she is an incredible athlete. She homeschools 3 kids.
Holy crap. Her
Yeah,
own?
yeah, they're all her own.
Okay. I was gonna
And
say
yeah, and
other
she look,
people's.
her son is in hockey, her daughter's doing ballet. The youngest she takes out in the jogging stroller and she runs with her. I mean, she's running all over town, putting them in different classes during the week, but she's homeschooling them. And
Okay.
she's also a major athlete.
Wow.
So it's very impressive. I mean, you gotta hang around with people that are also doing things that you're admiring, because
100%.
if you're doing, I mean, people can weigh you down. I've always said this, and I coined this in my book. You're one person away from success, and you're one person away from destruction. Really choose wisely.
It's so true.
It's just one person.
Yep.
A one person can make your whole. I mean, am I making your life better already?
Do I have to answer? No, I'm just kidding. Yes, of course.
Yes, made my life better too by just doing this. And one prayer that I always say, and I pray in English. I have my prayers that I say every day, especially when I remember, especially when I exercise. When I
Hmm.
exercise, I pray during that workout, and that is to eliminate the people that are not meant to be in my life, even if they
Yes.
served me and they served me at that time. Please take them out if they're not for me, if they're not good for
100%.
me, and bring in the ones that are.
Yep.
That is such a good prayer, and I can't tell you how much it has helped me, and I really believe in it because look at you, God sent me you, and you to
And
me,
yeah, both
and
both ways.
and I think that people do come into your life for a reason. Um, and this ties into what I want to talk about in these podcasts is relationships because relationships is one of the pillars of health.
It's so true.
You have to maintain good relationships and first with yourself and yeah, kind of delusional. Love yourself. Like, I love myself. No, I love people that I don't love everything about. It's okay to
Yes.
not love everything about yourself. There's no, nobody's testing you on this. Like, you don't have to love everything about yourself. So, the thing about relationships and that prayer is just so heavy. It's so deep because
Yep.
there's so much that encompasses it. Um, it's people in my life that were there and they taught me whatever they had to teach me, or I taught them.
Yep.
Maybe I was meant for them, but they drained me. And then sometimes when someone's not my friend anymore, I'm like, what happened? And
Hmm.
I'll try to figure it out. It'll sting. But then at the end of the day, because I make that prayer, I'm like, God, thank you. There must have been a reason why they're not in my life. So that's a gift.
For sure.
And I really believe in that. That's a very big one for me.
I agree. A
Yeah.
lot of people see like losing a friend as like such a hit, but there's a reason. Like there's a reason things don't work out. There's a reason you don't click with
Yeah.
certain people. I think you only need the people there that serve a purpose and make you a better person.
Yeah. Life's a big
Otherwise,
chemistry set.
yeah, it is.
There's got to be chemistry and everything's an experiment.
It
That's why when
really
people
is.
like question the science during COVID, I'm like, nobody question. That's what you're supposed to do in science. Everything's a question. It's a lab experiment. Everything's a question. It's trial and error. We learn that in science.
Yep,
What?
exactly.
How did you not know that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like we're just trying to learn everything we can
Yep.
before we die. That's basically.
Isn't that crazy? Like, do you think we take our knowledge on with us to the next life? I feel like in some degree you almost have to,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it continues on in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm probably going to be punished. to become like a rat or a dog or something in my next life.
Dog would be so fulfilling.
Yeah, actually, a dog does have a damn good life. I tell
Yeah.
you, when people are like, he treated me like a dog, I'm like, that's good. Have you seen
Okay.
dogs in America? Oh my, not in China. I know that's gonna get clipped somewhere.
Yeah, you're going down for that one.
Sorry, China, but you kind of got a bad reputation on that one. You
It
do
actually
eat
makes me
dogs,
sad
but
when
you eat
they
dogs.
come in like the shipping containers over and people are rescuing them. Have you seen those videos? Dog videos upset me deeply.
And
Sad ones.
it's funny because it's like, dog being eaten, bad. Cow,
Nah.
see, it's like, what's the difference? They both have eyes, hearts, lungs, right?
Cow, people consider it just like a big dog
Right.
because they're like,
My husband's disgusted at the fact that people can still eat cow. But listen,
I love steak. Oops.
I grew
Oops.
up on it, so I can't comment. Like I judge people. At DC, when I was a vegan, I didn't like the judgment people made. I didn't like
Yeah,
that. It was a vicious group. It's like, dude, you weren't born a vegan. Cut the crap. Who was born a vegan? Maybe less than 1% of the population was born. Now, maybe more. But before, when you were talking about it and bashing people, it's like, dude, you didn't grow up vegan. Just cut the crap, all right? Stop putting. And the ones that did grow up vegan, they're the most compassionate against non-vegans.
that's what I
They're
think
the
too.
nicest. They're the nicest ones. They're like, well, we get it. Our parents raised us like this is what we do. You do you. But the ones that just become like the nouveau riche, like they just started getting money, like they don't know what to do with. They're tacky about it. They're like attack you. I didn't like that. It was a big
Exactly.
turnoff to me, and that's why another reason I'm not part of that community. Taught me how to fight online. The
The
vegans.
vegan
Yeah,
community made you
yeah, yeah,
online.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That was when internet just started that I became vegan and I was like, and I had to be like, I had to behave myself because my husband had this festival that, was a fruitarian vegan festival. And I was like, oh my God, if I buy eggs, I have to go under witness protection.
Oh my gosh, I never thought about that.
I did. I had to wear big sunglasses and a red wig.
No, I need the wig to come out
If
in the
anybody
next
saw
episode.
me, they would have had like zooming in on me. They've done that to vegans that were not vegan anymore, and they would like crucify them.
It's so crazy.
You think crucifixion would have been easier than what they would do to them? They would make fun of. They still do it.
That's insane.
Yeah,
They're like a tough community.
and it's worse when you're serving them and you want them as customers. Now I don't give a shit. So you can do whatever you want, guys. All right, I don't go under the witness protection program anymore. I'm with my own hair. I will go to Whole Foods and buy my own damn eggs.
I'd like to see you cook a chicken the next episode. Just
No,
a shout out.
I'm not gonna do that. My husband's still a vegetarian. But he gets nauseous from like animals being dead. I'm
I could
more
see that.
desensitized than he is.
Yeah,
But I for 10 years I was watching all those videos and I was like, well, the first 10, you hear that baby crying?
there it
The
is.
neighbor
She's about to go out into the hallway
just
and
goes
cause a
back and
scene.
forth in the hallway. It's like just take your kid to the other part of the hallway. Anyway, um, I was desensitized for a long time, and then I ended up yeah, I was eating a burger, I think, when I was watching the slaughterhouse video. I was
Oh
like,
my
oh, that's
God.
awful. And I just kept eating. What's wrong with me? How could I be that not sensitive? And then I started listening to what my husband was saying about it and all that stuff. And then I started watching it again with different eyes. And then I started becoming very sensitive to it. And I thought of all meat like roadkill. And then I would get
Ugh,
nauseous. I would literally get nauseous. And one
yeah.
day it just clicked for me. I watched a movie, I think with Avril Lavigne and Greg Kinnear. I forgot what it was called. Anyway, I watched it the night of I was at my mom's house and there was like brown stuff on the table like a roast
Ugh.
and my husband wasn't there that night, so I was able to eat it. I
Mm,
wasn't in front of him. And then there was salads and greens and all that. And because I was eating more fruits and vegetables, I was like my eyes were more attracted to the green. And then I
yeah.
just didn't have meat again for like for I mean, till now, I don't have, I mean, it kind of gets me nauseous, but then I understand why I understand why vegans get sensitive and I understand why non-vegans get sensitive. Like, I understand both sides. So,
Yeah. I can see both as well.
yeah.
I think it's very just like mindset driven.
Yeah.
Like once you make your mind up, like something disgusts you, I think it's really easy just to like block it out and be like, I can never do that again.
Right. Right. I don't know if I could say never, but for myself, but I
Yeah.
understand why people do get turned off.
Yeah.
Um, so what else can we talk about? I don't even know how long. Well, I should probably just press the timer. I guess I could look at the. See if this.
40.
Well, it's not bad.
We're
I think
clicking
it's
right
good that I
along.
left the laptop down because I was looking down at the laptop the entire time in the first
It's
one.
so easy to do. Like your eyes are just like wandering around.
Because I'm a narcissist. I want to see what I look like. I was like always fixing my hair.
Well, Zoom meetings nowadays are like so
It's like if
crazy.
we flip that
Oh yeah.
camera and see us to see if we're definitely on
The
track.
brains are braining.
The
Yep.
brains are raining.
Yep.
Are you allowed to say where you work or no? You'd rather not.
I mean, heck, I'll leave it at that. Maybe if you guys
Not the
continue to
company.
subscribe to more episodes, you'll find out.
You'll find out the
Everyone just like
mystery,
Googles it after and they're
this,
like, oh,
the
there.
mysterious job that I don't have a
Yes,
job.
I'm jealous.
This is, are you?
Yeah,
You
I
don't
want
want
to
to work?
work.
You don't want to work
Yeah.
ever. Would
Okay,
you get bored? What would you
no.
do if you didn't work?
How much money do I have?
A lot. Shit ton.
Honestly, my
You
favorite
have a
thing to
lot of
do,
Bitcoin.
a lot of Bitcoin. My favorite thing to do is shopping
Okay.
in general. Like,
You live in a
even,
city, where would you put all that stuff?
I have seen some really creative people. They're like, I store my shoes in my oven. I put my
Yeah, no,
clothes
terrible.
on the shower. I mean,
All right.
I am just like a
Or you get
really,
another house.
if I have that much money, I'm just investing in real
Right.
estate,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this is more of like a closet situation. I feel like shopping even for other people is really fun to me. So like even if someone wanted to give me boatloads of money and was like, just go pick me out something for the day, I would go crazy.
Really.
Yes.
I want just everything to appear in my closet. I don't love the process of shopping.
Oh, I love going looking at every single piece, and the worst thing about me is I love a good deal.
Oh, so you love like a TJ Maxx or something like that. Like looking through
Sometimes.
the racks and all that stuff,
Well, it
Marshalls.
has to, some of that drives me a little insane, like if it's organized chaos, but let me tell you something.
You found some finds that way, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. So I don't even want to give up this. I want to gatekeep this, but I'm just going to share. The Urban Outfitters in
Yeah,
Herald Square
yeah.
has where they will do upstairs, there's a sale section, and they'll do 50% off the sale price randomly. I have gone in there and found For Love and Lemons. Do you know what that is? That brand? Amazing. They're like three, four, $500
Lemons
dresses.
get so involved in clothing.
I know
Lululemon.
Lululemon, all the
What's
things.
up the lemons in clothing? How'd they
That's
cross
actually a
over?
great question, and we have to investigate.
How'd they cross over to that?
I don't know, but
Do people
everyone's.
think of lemons when they wear clothing?
I never have until
Let me
right
work
now.
out. Do you think of lemons?
I don't.
Me either.
But apparently, aloe is the
Maybe lemons
new
are just
Lulu.
happy. Maybe lemons are just happy. Yellow is a happy color.
It is, and I feel like lemon is like clean energy. Like
Maybe, yeah, maybe
cleaning.
that's it. Yeah, like it's clean.
Yeah, we'll
And
go
that's
with
what it is.
that.
All right. That's probably why blonde hair works, because it's like lemon,
Some
pineapple,
people hate blonde hair,
leaves,
though.
you know? Hate
Hate.
blonde hair?
Yeah, some people hate it.
I was blonde for years in Hawaii. Oh, you had to see me. Even my eyebrows were white. Everything was blonde.
Well, we're putting those up on
Yeah.
this
Oh,
podcast.
yeah, yeah. I was
We're gonna
blonde
pin them
as
right
could
here.
be. I was blonde as could be.
I cannot
I was in
believe
the
that.
ocean every day.
Okay, did you
My
like being
hair
blonde?
turned. I did for a little bit, and then I cut it all off because all the ends was so dry.
Oh yeah, the
And
ocean, it gets so
yeah,
like
and then I
crispy.
had to keep dyeing my hair brown just to coat the hair
That is
to
insane.
save my hair from the sun.
That's crazy. People pay tons of money to get it bleached.
Yeah, yeah,
And I do that too.
yeah. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's a lot of maintenance. I mean,
It's
you're very
horrible.
pretty blonde.
I'm naturally like almost like black hair.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And my
Wow.
hair is so naturally curly. It's like almost like
So
ringlets.
blow dry your hair every single day?
No, so the new thing is you're not supposed to wash your hair more than
Right,
once a week.
right.
And so I'll
Once a
just do
week is
it.
a little if you're sweating.
Okay, true. Honestly, it depends what your lifestyle is
The,
like.
the key to keeping and maintaining that I'm learning also, and I cut my own hair and I dye my own hair and I
But you do.
yep.
Okay, icon. I need to learn my
Every time my
skills.
husband asks me what I'm doing, I'm like, I'm saving you money. What I do is I just take two sides.
Okay.
I take a little bit right here
What?
every month,
You just cut the
and I
ends?
just go like this, and then I do my own layers. I just go like this, click, 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 done.
All the hairdressers tuning into this, are you quaking?
That's it.
Because I know that pisses them off.
I don't care.
I
I
don't,
save my husband
doesn't
money. I
this,
do my own nails. Um, I'll get a pedicure now. I
Yeah.
never used to, but now I like the feeling of a pedicure. Although every time I get a pedicure, I get an ingrown. They're not allowed to cut them
Oh,
anymore because they take
crazy.
them down, and you can't do that. It has to be across. So from now on, I'm telling them to file, and I literally take out my own ingrowns now
And it
because
hurts.
it's painful. You can only do it right after the shower. If you do it right after the shower, it's pliable. It's you can mess with it and you
But
can
it's
get in
horrible.
there, but it's a nightmare. I've had so many ingrown surgeries. Yeah,
Surgeries.
well, they call it that when they go all the way in and they give you the shots of the worst. They put
Mm.
injections this large into your foot. I mean, it's just insane, barbaric. Like, how do you not have another way to put anesthesia?
And also, though, you're so active, like, I'm sure the walking, the running,
The
wearing
running,
shoes,
the
like,
running, and also when I polish my toenails, it weighs it down. It goes in under the skin more, and then I'll get the
um,
nice pedicure, and then like 2 days later, I have to cut it out again, and now it looks disgusting. I'm like, can't win.
you
But all right.
can't.
Besides that, I do my own nails. I do my own hair, my own makeup. I do it all myself. And every time I do my nails, my husband's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm saving you money." My nails didn't come out great today, but they're
Do you do
short.
them every
They're
day?
short. No, they're every few days.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's
But
still
this
like
this didn't come
commitment.
out good. I have to do these over. But I just have short nails anyway, so it's like an active lifestyle. I just don't want them to look ugly. And I
Yeah.
don't cut cuticles anymore. Every time I used to cut cuticles at the manicures, I used to get sick. My
What?
immune system was lower.
Really?
Yep. I don't believe in it.
Wow.
Yeah. I say push them back, and after a while they stop getting into like they don't get as thick.
Yeah.
When they cut them, they thicken.
I agree. It's
You
almost like a
need your
callus.
cuticle. Yeah, you need your cuticles because it you know guides the nail like to grow.
Yeah.
That's my take on that.
I spend a lot of money on services.
Yeah, I'm sure. And that's another reason why I do my own hair, is because I don't want every few days, every few weeks, I'm gray right here, I'm gray right here, I'm gray right here. I have to, either I'm putting like eyeshadow on it or something.
You do eyeshadow?
Yeah, brown eyeshadow just to cover up a few roots.
Wait, that's really smart.
Yeah.
You know what I've heard people do is they take the men's eyebrow like gel and you can put it right on your hair and it will last a couple days and it looks like really
Yeah.
seamless, I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, it's funny because, people say beauty secrets. I'm like, no, there's no beauty secret. You're either poor or you're not poor. Okay. Because if you have money, every secret's out. They'll give you every secret you need to know. There's no secret. You got money, you could pay for beauty. I promise. You can go too far, you look like Cat Lady.
True.
I don't know. I would love an edit, where we could edit Cat Lady in.
But we'll be doing that.
Okay. Because,
She'll come right here.
yeah, because like Cat Lady is just too far. It's too far. My husband
True.
does not want me to get Botox. It pisses me off.
You
Because
don't
I
have
want to
any?
get, no, I want to get.
Wait, you look fabulous. Wait, I would have just assumed that you had it because your skin is so great.
Thank you. My skin's always been good. That's why I think my skin had cancer, 20 stitches, Mohs surgery. Mm, what was it? What was it called again? Melanoma? Melanoma.
Yeah.
My mom had melanoma. I saved her life.
Really?
Yeah, she would have been dead because she was lifting her hair once, and I'm like, "What is that on the back of your neck?" It was a tiny
Oh my gosh, because
speck.
you would never see it.
She would never see it. And she went to the dermatologist with her husband is much older, and he went, and she was in the waiting room, and she's like, "Oh, could you just check this?" And they're like, "Yeah, what is that?" It's
Oh
a
my
little
gosh.
tiny, tiny dark spot, and it was melanoma. And they dug deep to get it out too. It was already far gone. Now she goes to the dermatologist. She never used to.
Yeah,
Dermatologist, guys, it's the silent killer that skin cancer. I go every
it's
three
true.
months.
Because you might not
I
even
go
know
to
what you're
two different
looking
doctors
for.
every 3 months because that's how much I need to look at every. I'm like, what's this? What's this? Like, no, you can keep that. You can keep that. I'm like, I don't want it. The way I discovered this was a brown spot. It wouldn't go away.
Really?
And it was like spready a little bit. It was like one of those spready ones. It looked like
Yeah,
a liver spot.
yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? Freeze it off, freeze it off, freeze it off. It
Mhm.
kept coming back. I'm like, you know what? Could we biopsy that? Freaking cancer.
That's so crazy that they wouldn't already just
You
think
feel
biopsy
nothing.
it.
You don't know what you're having. They said it was stage 0, thank God.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't, they'd have to go all the way into my cheek and God,
And to your
maybe
face.
into my face.
Oh, that's horrible.
Most surgery is better for like basal cell carcinoma. That's like, they just the Mohs surgery, you can't really see it.
Yeah,
But melanoma, you can't do Mohs surgery on that because it's spready.
that's
That
crazy.
spreads. very quickly, and then it goes into your system. So that's scary. So
Gotta catch it.
get your skin checked,
Yeah.
guys. This is a health channel too. I used to be a health coach.
This is a good reminder.
What else can we talk about? What else are we missing? Maybe we'll just talk on the next episode. How's that sound?
Yeah, good.
Did you guys like it? Leave a comment.
Comments all galore.
Yeah, I think this is like, like it's like hanging out with somebody. Like you're
Yeah,
hanging out with us. Like you're hanging out in the room with us.
we're FaceTiming.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this, it's the same type of feeling.
If you're still here
If you're still
after
here,
all this, you're one of us at this
yeah,
point.
you are our people. And that, you know
Yep.
what? I think that we can cross over, like I said in our first episode, you might be able to only stay married or be with somebody that's politically on your side,
Mhm.
but in friendships and stuff, let a lot of stuff go because there's a lot of stuff that you can't control anyway. So, I mean, it does help to stay with your circle when you're friends, but if
Yeah.
you can't, kind of dodge that unless it gets too involved in your friendship. Let a lot of things go. I think that that's a very good rule of thumb because you're going to be coexisting with a lot of people, and you're going to have to figure out how to navigate. You can't just be your way only, just around other people. You can't control the way other people think.
No.
Although I've gotten people to change.
Really? How
Yeah,
so?
with logical stuff that I've told them. Like it makes so much sense.
They
And they,
can't deny the
yeah, and
facts.
they were like, oh, I never saw it like that. Which, by the way, if you could convince me, I'm happy to be convinced.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. I'm like, oh, I didn't see it like that.
It's healthy though. Like,
So
I think you should
healthy.
have an open mind about things.
It's very hard to find that in people.
True.
But I have the ability. So
Mind reader. Health
I'm
coach.
not really a mind reader, but I'm definitely good at I'm very good at forgiveness.
Oh, I
That's
love
my book
that.
too.
I actually love that.
Forgiveness is a very big thing for me. I don't forget,
Yeah.
but I'll forgive. I'll
See,
forgive.
I'm a Scorpio, so
Oh yeah, so you don't forget, but you don't
no,
forgive either.
no. Revenge is a dish best served cold,
Right, right, right.
honestly.
Yeah. My
Scary.
daughter was almost a Scorpio, but then I was like, hold out, make her a
So
Sagittarius.
please do not be a Scorpio.
I did say that. Look, I no, there's a lot of
We'll
Scorpios
take
that
it.
happen. Like I did a lot of. You're one of them.
Mm.
I'm a Pisces. You'd eat me alive. I would.
The
You'd
thing
be.
is though, is like sometimes I feel like I don't represent my sign, but then like sometimes I like really do. I'm like, yeah.
I think there's a lot of validity to it. I'll tell you. My husband's a Capricorn. He's going to Mount Everest next week.
Wait, so is my fiance.
What? He's a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Yeah.
So he's a Capricorn. He's a goat.
Yeah.
Stubborn goat. Silly goat.
Stubborn.
Mountain goat.
Smart. He's
Mountain goat. And I love, 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 love the water. And I'm a fish. He loves the mountains. He's a goat. He's a
yeah.
mountain goat. And I love the water.
I
So
will say though, I think that a lot of horoscopes are transferable
yeah,
to
that's
other
true.
people. So
That's
like
true.
that's why I'm like
No,
sometimes
but about the elements, about the things that I just mentioned, like the mountain and the water,
yeah,
that's legit. Like there's something up with that. Maybe because he's a winter baby and I'm a spring
could be.
chicken or something. I don't know.
Spring
Chick.
chicken.
I couldn't think of another animal.
Spring chicken, I love
Peep.
it.
I'm a peep.
There you go.
Are those rabbits? No,
Yeah,
those are
they are.
chicks.
Peeps
Peeps.
are
The
rabbits.
marshmallows.
Rabbits.
They have
They have
they have
both.
chicks too.
They
I think it
actually
started as a chick.
really?
I'm gonna go with that.
I've only seen well,
Oh,
the
you've only
first thing
seen it?
I like correspond with is the pink rabbits.
Oh, okay.
So
Those are so good.
really good.
So bad for you.
Some people are not marshmallow people though, and they're like, ew. And I'm like,
I
you're
don't
ew.
I don't get that. I love a toasted marshmallow and
Mmm.
you'll come to the lake house
S'mores.
with the
Yes, I will.
bonfire. We'll
Oh,
roast marshmallows.
we can swim and eat marshmallows.
It's the best day ever. That with comedy. In fact, I'm thinking of doing a comedy show out there to
No, you
help
should.
help me out.
I will
I
help
love
you.
how she starts with no, you should.
Oh,
To
that's
tease.
actually the worst thing that I do. I always am like,
Oh, you notice you
no.
do it?
Oh, yeah, it's like a thing.
Like, shut up. Like, or I think it's a generational thing. No, you should do that.
I say no and wait all the time. Everything is wait.
Oh, really? So
Oh, yeah.
demanding.
Oh, yeah.
Do you notice how New Yorkers are demanding? Like,
Oh,
like foreigners always say, "No worries." I'm like, "That's so cute. No worries." And over here,
I
we're like, "Don't worry,
want you to worry.
don't worry, don't tell me what to do." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What? That's harsh." But we're harsher.
I mean, New
I mean,
York
we're
in
to the
general.
point. We're to the point. Don't you like that straightforward stuff? I do.
I think it's better than beating around the bush.
I love it.
When people are like too nice, I'm like, are you
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. It's like And also, if you're gay, just come out as gay. I don't want to guess. All right. I don't care
No.
if you are or not. Just I used to ask gay people when people they were separate. I would ask them, "Are you gay?" And they'd be like, "I'm not ready to come out yet." I'm like, just tell me. I don't care if you come out to
No.
parents. I just want to know what I'm dealing with. Am I going to get this decorated in my house or not? Are they going to help me with my decorations?
No,
The
it's
truth of the
just
matter is, they're better at being women than I am.
I totally
I don't
agree.
get it.
I actually agree.
Like they dress up so impeccably well, and I mean,
Yes.
I do too, but they're so good at decorating, and they're so. I'm not all of them, but damn,
Like a majority, like
yeah,
especially
they're
like
better at
New
women.
York trendy
Yeah.
gays, love you guys.
Oh yeah.
Like fashion inspo
Yeah.
icons.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
how do you do it?
how do they do it?
Way cooler than I'll ever
I
be.
I know, and we're women.
Right. Yeah. It is what it is.
It is.
It just happens
I
that way.
think we're gonna wrap this segment up, and we're gonna
Yep.
do another one, and you're hopefully gonna maybe you can give us subjects right in the comments below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Submit some things that you guys want to know about
Yeah.
with your new besties.
Yeah, maybe we'll answer, maybe we won't. I'm
Probably
not going to
not.
promise,
No.
but you know what? Topics,
Yeah.
little topics. I think the topics are going to help us get to the creative juices flowing. And see, because I'm the only one coming up with the topics, and she's coming up with some too. But I mean, you're not, and I want you to get
You're
more.
actually doing anything.
You're not
So,
doing anything. So write a comment. Don't be
yeah.
selfish.
And if we don't like your comments or your post, we're just not going to answer
Fair
just because we
enough.
don't like you.
Yeah,
That's
it's
about
just
it.
fair enough,
Yeah,
right?
that's fair.
But you see the two generations here. And if she's not going to be on, I'm going to have other guests on.
Yep.
Maybe she'll join, and maybe she'll just be around. Maybe we'll have three mics, three guests. You
Really
know?
get things spicy.
Yeah, I mean, wife's a bitch. It could be about anything. You know,
Yep.
if we like life. Life's a bitch.
If you're a man tuning in, though, your wife is never a bitch. Write that down. She's always perfect.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, you're going to tell her that she's always perfect.
Well, you could do that if you want to keep staying married. Happy wife, happy life, right?
That's
But
right.
truth is, if you're you have to give your man attention too, ladies. You can't just let him just, just think that he's wanted. You have to show him.
Make him feel like he's not wanted, in fact,
In
to
fact,
really humble him.
that actually does work. But if you give him breakfast, he'll come back for dinner. Something in my eye. Anyway. All right, we're gonna wrap that up, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Wife's a Bitch. And tune in next time. We're gonna have more merch for you, and
Yep.
we'll talk to you soon.
Love you
Next time.
guys.